My name is Mike Clapham. I was a teacher at Emmanuel for 6 years, from 2005 until 2011. In addition to teaching Bible during those 6 years, I was also a volunteer assistant basketball coach, which I enjoyed a great deal. My story today is really one that involves God giving second chances. At the time, I was recovering from an illness that resulted in me not being a Bible teacher anymore or a pastor. I had to step away from ministry in order to recover. And for about a period of 10 years, I didn't teach the Bible. And when I was hired here as a Bible teacher by Dr. Simon back in 2005, it was really a second chance given to me by God to do the one thing that I really loved, and that was teaching God's Word. I left in order to help take care of my wife, who had pancreatic cancer. When my wife Jerry died in February of 2020, I was devastated. She was actually cancer-free for 3 years, and then it came back and was really a difficult time for both of us. I ended up about 5 months after she passed away going down to Florida to visit her brother and sister-in-law, and I ended up buying their house. It wasn't until about 6 months later that I learned why I moved to Florida. I actually got involved in ministry there, teaching Bible to residents of a drug and alcohol rehab program that we have at our church. You get to be a small part of what God is doing in changing people's lives. The fact that I had gone from, being very sick, I had serious mental health issues with clinical depression. I experienced a failure in my marriage, a divorce that I didn't want, and felt like in some senses that I was, no longer qualified, to teach the Bible. And yet when I came here and told my story to Dr. Simon, he met me with open arms and gave me that second chance. I was able to forge strong relationships with men here. And two of the men that are still here in particular, Aaron Lynn, as well as Danny Moore. And we were in the same small group together that met for 5 of the 6 years that I was here. And it was during those times together that God really taught us how to pray as men, and to study the Bible together, and to open up and be transparent about our Christian lives and our struggles. That has made me a better Bible teacher to these men. They see me as someone who's genuine and authentic as a result. Every time I go there, I just am reminded of the fact that this is a place of second chances. And I tell the guys, I'm somebody that knows and understands all about second chances because God has given me second chances in my life. And I get to share with them a little bit about my story and my testimony as I share with them about God's Word and the power of the gospel.